Imagine entering a marketplace where no one uses their real name. No store has an address, and there are no laws. You send the money, but there's no guarantee you'll receive anything. And yet, this market is active every single day. Money flows through it. People come back and buy again. So the question is, why hasn't this system collapsed? The dark web has no banks, no courts, no police, but it does have an economy, and not a small one, a market that has survived for years. And here's the key point. In this world, money isn't the most important thing. Something else matters more. Imagine you want to buy something on the dark web. You enter a marketplace and see multiple sellers, all with different prices. But there's one major difference. Next to each seller's name, there's a record. A record showing how many transactions they've completed, what buyers say about them, and an overall rating. On the dark web, you look at reputation first and price second. In this market, reputation comes before everything else. Most people on the dark web don't look for the cheapest seller. They look for the cleanest reputation, even if the price is higher. Why does reputation matter so much? Because sending money on the dark web is easy, but getting it back is almost impossible. If you make a mistake, the loss is yours. So the human brain naturally looks for the lowest risk option, and the lowest risk option is the seller who can be trusted. Trust on the dark web isn't a feeling or a slogan, it's numbers. How many deals were completed? How many went wrong? What do others say? What's the rating? Every successful transaction is a brick. Brick by brick, trust is built. The dark web uses a simple but powerful mechanism, escrow. When a buyer pays, the money doesn't go directly to the seller. It stays with the marketplace. Only when the buyer confirms everything was fine does the money get released. This means sellers can't easily scam buyers, and buyers can't easily lie either. The market stands in the middle, not out of fairness, but out of survival. Why does the marketplace have to be fair? Because if it takes sides, users leave. And the dark web is full of competing markets. A marketplace that loses trust empties quickly, and an empty market dies. This leads to a crucial conclusion. On the dark web, money without trust is almost worthless. But trust, even without massive capital, creates power. A trusted seller gains loyal customers, charges higher prices, and survives. Now, step out of the dark web for a moment. What do banks really do? What is a credit score? Why does financial history matter? All of these are just formalized versions of trust. The dark web doesn't invent anything new. It simply exposes the truth more clearly. The dark web teaches us one fundamental lesson. Economics isn't primarily about money. It's about trust. Trust is what makes economies move. Even in the darkest corners of the internet, trust comes first, because no market survives without it. Money is a tool of exchange, but trust is the reason exchange exists. And any economy that fails to understand this will eventually collapse. And finally, this video is purely an economic analysis. I strongly recommend never entering the dark web.